The new recruits thought they had hidden perfectly, but the instructor easily saw through their attempts. Despite their efforts to blend into the grass and trees, to the instructor their positions stood out as obvious. One recruit hid in a cornstalk, but not only was he unable to fire, he risked knocking himself unconscious. Just when the instructor assumed all the recruits were this incompetent, he suddenly realized one recruit was still unaccounted for. He climbed to a higher vantage point to check, but found nothing. Everyone thought the recruit had slipped away, but just as the instructor was about to give up, a sound came from beneath his feet. The instructor praised this recruit for his cleverness. Next came shooting drills. The instructor gave the recruits just 1 second to shoot. The goal was to take down the criminal and rescue the hostage. In the end, the recruits successfully shot the criminal in the head, but the instructor didn't consider it enough. The reason a headshot still left a chance for the criminal to shoot. Only a shot to the chest would guarantee the hostage's safety. Out of all the recruits, only one soldier hit the chest. When the instructor asked why, the recruit admitted it was because his hand had trembled when he pulled the trigger, causing him to aim for the chest by accident. Everyone laughed. Then, the instructor taught them critical hand-to-hand combat techniques. Using a diagram, he explained the necessary force for each move. One recruit, fascinated, raised his hand and tapped his head. The instructor stood dumbfounded, remarking that he'd never seen someone so intense that they knocked themselves unconscious. If there's one thing Special Forces training is known for, it's torture endurance training. As soldiers, victory and defeat are both possible outcomes. But the worst fate is not death, it's being captured. The recruits were locked in 2 metal cages. After more than 50 hours of no food, no water, and no sleep, many of them chose to quit. One recruit passed out in his chair, and even after the instructor poured cold water on him, he couldn't be woken up. The instructor knew the recruit had reached his limit. Many other soldiers had already dropped out. However, one recruit was submerged in water for interrogation. The brutal training began to take its toll, and even when he was brought before the others and his hood was removed, the applause from his fellow soldiers couldn't snap him out of his daze. It wasn't until the instructor announced that he had endured for 112 hours and set a new record for the district that the recruit slowly began to regain his senses. But when the tension finally eased, he collapsed, unable to hold on any longer.